Welcome to my channel. If we haven't met, I'm Kari Gregor.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm making 2 desserts or sweet snacks. One is plant-based strawberry pie dessert salsa, and the second one is chocolate silk pie hummus. Let's get into it.
We need pie. What? My granddaddy always said pie is good.
Pie.
Yeah.
This strawberry salsa hardly even qualifies as a recipe. All you need is strawberries and lemon. Take the strawberries, wash them off, hull them, cut them into quarters, and put them into the spin chopper. The spin chopper is a wonderful tool for this sort of recipe. I'll put the link in the description below to the product. Put the lid on and it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bowls. And look at those lovely strawberries. Just cut up perfect size for the salsa. Transfer the strawberries into a glass bowl and then begin to grate the rind of the lemon, zest the lemon. Make sure that you don't grate down to the white part. Leave the white part on the lemon, just the yellow part you want off because that white part adds some bitterness and we want this as a sweet dessert. Juice the lemon. I think I put more juice in than what I had mentioned in the recipe. I put 2 or 3 teaspoons worth of juice in it. I use this handy juicing tool to wedge in there and get the juice out, then pour it through a sieve to remove pulp and remove seeds, and then add it to the strawberries. So all you need is strawberries, lemon zest, and lemon juice. Then taste it. Make sure you taste it before you add any sugar, because if you had strawberries straight from the garden, they're going to be much sweeter than the store-bought ones, vine ripened. So that natural sweetness is probably all you need. I think I added a couple of tablespoons of sugar to this. And there you have it.
Come on, strawberries, take one for the team.
We can eliminate the fat in most dishes, but when it comes to making something sweet, it's a little harder to get rid of the sugar. I'm recommending that you sweeten both of these recipes according to your own taste, according to how much sugar you have got used to tolerating. The lower the better, right? You'll find whole food suggestions and sweetening options in the recipe, and the recipe link will be in the information tab above and in the description below. Because when you make it yourself, you have total control over the fat, salt, and sugar.
Forget it, Mr. High and Mighty Master Control!
Getting value? Give me a thumbs up below, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when another recipe is posted.
Chocolate silk pie hummus. Well, we start with chickpeas. This is an amazing chocolate silk pie filling that has chickpeas as the main ingredient, not a bunch of butter and fat.
This hummus is great.
God bless the chickpea.
I put 2 cans of chickpeas into the strainer and I'm washing them off. What I'm doing is removing the husk. There's a little skin that can come off. This is going to make a difference in how smooth your hummus is. If you don't have time to do this, don't bother. It makes a little bit of a difference. Do it one way and then do it the other, and then you'll be able to tell what is the best. But it will make it smoother if you remove this bit of the chickpea, although you're removing fiber. So keep that in mind. If you want to keep it whole food, leave the skins on. Just run your hands through the beans and the skins will come off. Fill the sink with water and the skins float to the top. All you have to do is skim them off. Now, 3 cups of chickpeas or 2 cans, and I'm adding 1 cup of plant milk. And here I made a mistake. I added half a cup of cocoa powder. I should have saved it to the end because it had a problem later when I was blending. 1/3 of a cup, half a cup, 1/3 of a cup of peanut butter. I used peanut butter. You can use almond butter. You can use cashew butter. You can use no butter and add a little bit more plant milk if you want to have it more fat-free. This recipe has a lot of options so you can make it the way you want. We're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 1/2 teaspoon or 1 teaspoon of almond flavoring, almond extract. Then I added 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar. Take it to the blender and blend it on high speed for 4 to 6 minutes. This is where you can see what happened. I put that cocoa powder in and it made it too thick to process, so it wouldn't smash up the chickpeas.
We're baking pie. Warm, delicious, happy making pie.
Hey, help cook or get out of the kitchen, short pants.
I should have just processed the chickpeas and almond milk and maybe some of the flavorings. I ended up adding more almond milk to it, and it'll be just fine. It's going to be thick enough that it'll handle the little extra almond milk. I probably put in about an extra 1/4 cup, but you can just do that as you need it. This makes a lovely dip or spread just as is. This is chickpeas, cocoa powder, a little bit of sugar, and the flavorings. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful hummus. But we're going to go that little extra mile and make it into chocolate silk pie filling. 2 cups of dairy-free chocolate chips. These will be semi-sweet, so if you're going to add the chocolate chips, you can exclude the sugar in the beginning of it because there's a lot of sweetener in here. Depends on how much sweetener you want. Remember, it's all to your own taste. So just bear in mind that the chocolate chips are going to add some sweetness to it. Melt them in the microwave and stir them up so that all the bits are all melted. Make sure that there isn't any chunks in there. Pour it into your high-speed blender. Other cooks will drizzle this into the blender. It just makes a huge mess, and I know that my blender is fast enough that it can process it while it's still warm. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It comes out looking like a chocolate silk pie filling. Now, taste it. Taste it. You'll know whether you want to add more cocoa powder, whether you want to add more sugar, whether you want to add more vanilla or almond. This is perfect to my taste, and I'm going to pour it into a mold. You can pour this directly into a pie crust, a pie shell, a dish of some sort, pudding dishes, whatever you want to have. There's enough in this recipe that it'll fill a 9-inch pie, maybe even 10-inch. You do have to move fast before it cools. And then it's directly into the refrigerator and chill. Let it chill for at least 4 hours. Depending on how much you put into your containers, you can let it chill overnight. And it sets up so nice and firm. You'll see here in just a minute.
Yummy dessert time. I put some of the strawberry salsa into a dish here. What I like to do is take some of the canned cream cheese, just open up that, and I prefer the baked pita chips. They have a little oil in them and they do have salt, but you've got wheat thins. Wheat thins will have a little bit of sugar in them. So you kind of, and the salt, also will graham crackers. It's just so totally up to you. I prefer with the salsa, these wheat thins. They almost taste like a pie crust. So you can put a little bit of that on there and then add some cream cheese. You can even put like drops of cream cheese in the salsa and then use that to scoop out with your chips. Let's have a little taste of this. Look at that. Strawberry pie. I tell ya, this is a combination. And you don't have to go ahead and build a whole pie with this. You just add a little bit of what you want. These are just strawberries. It's almost not even a recipe because basically adding some lemon zest and lemon juice to cut up strawberries. But I tell you, it tastes like a strawberry pie. It's fantastic. And you're controlling your fat and your sugar.
Hey, a piece of pie. Cake. Piece of cake. Yes.
Okay, so that one's out of the way. As far as chips go, The winner is pretzels, because pretzels, these are baked and they actually have no oil in them. I'm a package reader. Read the back of the packages. So these are fat-free. They've got salt on them, the refined flour, but when you're choosing chips, pretzel chips or pretzels themselves are good. All right, the hummus. Now, we have chocolate silk pie. I have got a knife here because you could pour this into a pie shell and it would be your chocolate silk pie, because here, look at, you can cut it. I'm going to show you how you can look at it. It sets up like that. It's great. You could cut it like a filling, and that's the chocolate chips. Now the chocolate chips will have some cocoa butter in them. If you decide not to put the peanut butter or the nut butter in there, that would be fine. The chocolate chips are still gonna set up. There's still gonna be a little bit of fat in this, but you are in control as to how much. You could go totally fat-free and just put the cocoa powder in there and don't put in any of the peanut butter, but then it's not gonna set up like this because that comes from the chocolate chips. So here, I'm just gonna put some of this on a pretzel. That is chocolate dipped pretzels. Oh, we could have, I'm coming up with things here. Let's put some cream cheese on a graham cracker and a little bit of our chocolate silk pie filling. There you go. That is chocolate silk pie. In a dip, in a spread, cut it into a pie. I also have used it, look at these cute little cupcakes. They're made with sweet potato. I used this chocolate hummus for icing. So this chocolate hummus has got so many uses. If I didn't put the chocolate chips in it, it would be much more fluid, liquid, easier to use with a dip. When you're trying to dip it with the pretzels, it'll break your pretzel chip. So it's kind of, although it's kind of fun not to break the pretzel chip and keep working at it.
See, I sense you're not embracing the concept here, right? Pie don't work unless you let it.
But there you go. Strawberry pie salsa, cut up fruit, and chocolate silk pie hummus. Wonderful sweet dessert options that you can put different things in there for sugar content and fat content because you're in control. If you found this video useful, please give me a thumbs up below. And next week I'm going to be doing crispy plant-based chicken cutlets or chicken patties with mustard lime crust coating on it. So it's a Southwest thing for putting on top of a Southwest salad or having in a bun like a burger. So if you want to see that recipe, hit the bell so you'll be notified when that recipe is posted. And leave me a comment. Let me know what things you found out to put this dessert on or use it and how you served it. Thank you for watching.